Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunless Skies. I know I ended it in the middle of nowhere in the last episode, but I was paranoid that if I quit it was going to wipe everything I just did. So I went back to New Winchester. But, yeah, we didn't achieve anything really. We died. I'd like to not die this episode, that would be nice. I remembered, as I was logging in today, that the fastidious inspector tells us where she wants to go. Oh, it's one of these. That one? Yes! And she wants to go to Prosper, which is where she always wants to go, but it lies a long way to the east-northeast. Is that the same as last time? But I reckon we should go check that out. But I have random crap in my hold. Is it the bazaar? No, it's not the bazaar. It's Victoria's Market, isn't it? Damn it! Right, what have we got? We've got a crate of nostalgic crockery. Let's get rid of that. And a caddy of dyed tea. We should get rid of that too. And then I should have bought some supplies because I could just go for. Man, these are expensive. And now we're full, but well, we're almost full. But we're not going to die. So. East, northeast. Up here somewhere, right? Let's go. Let's see what we can find. Let's use the cruise control and just hope we don't run into any pirates because I just realised I haven't repaired my damn hull again. There's probably something else I forgot as well. Usually how it goes. Do I have any port reports? Let's see if I have any port reports. Oh, options. Let's not go there. I'm just going to go with probably not. It'll be fine. Only slightly airheaded today. I swear I don't play this game for like a day and like just don't remember anything. At least I can remember that C's cruise control, and it's the first thing I saw when I started this new series, and I'm just going with it now. And that. No idea. I just hope the damn bat finds something. If the damn bat doesn't find anything, we're in trouble. North-northeast. Last time I went where I thought that was, and it wasn't. So, I'm just going to go east and see if we find anything, and then I'm going to slowly work my way up. I just hope I don't run out of supplies. What is that? That is a red light. Havenwood. Huh. Oh, something. I'm gonna go over here. I still don't know how I get from the Reach to Albion. There has to be a way. It's probably super simple as well. It's probably just like a story arc that I just conveniently missed. Let's see if the bat can find anything. Whee! You earned your money this time, Batto. Oh, I would have found it anyway. Damn it! Oh well. Where is this? Oh, is this Magdalene's? Yeah. I don't have any seeds, do I? Oh well. At least we know where it is now. Oh god, it's that clock again. Alright, I'm just gonna blitz through this man's quest. Will you speak with the attendant? Does it speak with the attendant? No. Let's write the port report first. Magdalene's is abuzz with activity. Barely has the clock chimed, then the clamour goes up at front desk, guests rushing to and from appointments. Lord somebody was seen in conversation with the amiable host. The east wing was closed for general access all day. A certain distinguished admiral was seen with his second-in-command entering one of the chambers of regret. Several guests succumbed to an excess of sentimentality and were forcibly removed. Oh, let's The amendable host would like a quiet word. An attendant escorts you through the dazzling violet corridors. The host's red door is always open. The attendant leaves you just as the clock begins to chime. Listen to his request. His voice is soft and sibilant, like butter melting in candlelight. This is the one where he's basically just telling us we need to go and find somebody because he's... we need to get him out of here because he's having a bit of a problem. Take the dossier, let's go find this guy. I'm glad you could help her. She proceeds a thin sliver of pages and passes them to you. I'd recommend taking on the role of one of our attendants, and in so doing, playing the role of someone significant to him. The host sighs, reaching for his goblet. He knows all our attendants by voice now. Someone new is needed. Well, let's deal with the lachrymose desk. The lachrymose desk. How do you plan to deal with him? Treatment chamber. Let's do lover. I always do lover. Continue. I can't remember if I was playing as a man or a woman, so this is getting weird. Glass. Return. There we go. Done. Let him know he's gone. Thanks for the $1. Now he'll ask us for something else. He wants us to find out who he is. Okay, and then we don't need to do anything here, so I'm just going to quickly move on. Save. Spending the entire episode reading stuff again. Because I'm a terrible reader. But I don't want to be like, pause the video and read this if you want to read this. This whole game is about the narrative. I'll just ignore that, surely. Right, we've still got enough fuel. Let's go around with right now. Oh yeah, we're playing the man with the cool hat, right? Sure. Like in... what's his name? I can't remember his name. Like his title. Superintendent Shaw, wasn't it? Uh-oh. Base maneuvers. Full speed ahead. I've forgotten how to do combat in this game. Not that I was any good at it to begin with. There we go. It's an experience. Wonderful. Another one over it. Might as well deal with it. I do feel a bit sad trying to kill these things, but they are definitely aggressive towards me first. I'd feel more sad if they were passive. But killing something that's trying to kill you seems like a fair enough trade. Let's go. What supplies we got? I mean, we've got Magdalene's as a stop off if we need to go and get supplies. Oh, this looks a little imposing. It is an asteroid field. Should we send out the bat? I feel this is too close to Magdalene. Wait. Moll's table. Oh. It's just one of these things. I don't know why I'm going up. Oh, damn it. It's another one of these guys. Excuse me. Underlay, underlay. I'll have to say that's not racist. Oh, that's not racist. Mexicans love speeding on zombies, right? He's an icon. We failed? It takes a spitefully long time to die. It shudders silently through its death throes. Mean little eyes locked on your cabin window. How inconsiderate. It is not the date that it was. Little bastard. Screw it, send out the back. Aha. Tip you. Oh my god. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather these guys than pirates. He says, seeing another one in his vision. I went well. Oh god, the noise. Yeah. Oh. Back air. Oh well. A rumble of far-off refineries, distant searchlight raked the sky. Is this Port Prosper? Wow, this place is huge. It's gotta be Port Prosper, right? Prosper. Wonderful. Let's go to the Queen's Cross station. We have brought the fastidious inspector to her destination for the second time. Crammed at the feet of hulking crag, Port Prosper is a little London, divided into affluent West End and an impetuous East. Queen's Cross is a busy station, the terminus of the Isambard line? The fall that begins in far-off London. I'll deliver the inspector. She disembarks with her bag in hand and peers up at the clock tower that is being raised above the station. It is tangled with scaffolding and rings with the sound of hammers and the cries of workmen. Receive fuel supplies in addition to make sure you have 6 spaces. Hang on. That's not the right button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're sweet. Thank you, Captain. Here's the balance of our agreement, and as promised, a requisition order for fuel and supplies. She casts another glance at the incomplete clock tower. Given the apparent state of construction, I'd recommend you visit the worksite. There may be an opportunity there. And thank you for the pleasant conversation, Captain. The sky can be a lonely place. You've enlivened it. I've included a small additional sum in your remuneration as a token of my gratitude. Ooh. Lots of everything. They plan to call it Albert Clock, in memory of the departed Prince Consort. But there's a way to go yet. The roof isn't finished, and the clock neither ticks nor bongs. You can see the fastidious inspector up among the workings with a spanner and a can of oil, showing the workmen how it's done. So, what do you need? Bronze wood, the foreman wheezes bluntly. 1 consignment, they sell it at Traitor's Wood and Polmere's and Plenty's, I hear. And a gourd of coriander nectar too. This bunch of workish ingrates need constant shouting at, and my voice has given up the ghost. Some nectar should have me bellowing again like a champion. Carillan's your best bet there, or Titania, the flower town. Will pay like. Okay. Take my leave. Tender appointed me with the Windward Company. A message was waiting with the station master. The envelope is crisp as a new banknote, and handwriting glided and impossibly neat. Okay. Hello. Hello, Toothless. I remember you. The officers of the Windward Company on Port Prosper are elegantly appointed, if antiquated. Paintings of old London and the Z adorn the walls. The word I'm not saying, Chairman sits behind his mahogany desk, a decanter of brandy at his left hand and a series of neatly stacked reports at his right. A fire has been lit in the cavernous hearth. It is too warm. Promise an opportunity for profit. He pours the brandy into 2 glasses. He produces a ruler from his desk to measure the amounts and adjusts accordingly. When he is at last satisfied, he hands you your glass. To business. When he smiles, he reveals the extensive damage to his teeth. I was a pugilist back in London, a young man's game. Boxer. He invited you to join him by the window, where starlight dazzles the sloping streets of Prosper. A place like this is only kept safe by toil, you understand. The pioneers who built it, the politicians who funded it, the people who defended it from. His lip curls. The Tacites. Tacites? Can't say it still. Those who toil in such labour are rewarded. Proof is required, of course. Nameplates will do. We keep lists of their engines. Well, for London. We could attend a parade. Ooh. Search for his identity. Let's do that while we're here. Not a soul in Port Prosper recognises the locket. Who's that then? Does he still wear his hair like that? Fancy. Become familiar refrains. More promising is the house you saw painted in the amiable host's chamber. You locate several candidates, all apparently repainted over the last couple of years, but one is in the exact location near the station as depicted in the host's painting. Nobody seems to remember who owned it or why, but apparently it was once been associated with the Parlour of Virtue, not long after Port Prosper's foundation. You have uncovered nothing definitively conclusive here. You may return to the amiable host or look elsewhere. So he has nothing in Port Prosper. Let's attend a parade. Gaudy banners fly over the painted rooftops of Port Prosper. The smog of the East End is hidden away by giant posters displaying dragons in varying degrees of vivisection. The cramped streets are clogged with people. Wealthy West Enders promenade about the amusements, while impoverished East Enders work the stalls and huddle by the chestnut fires for warmth. A painted dragon pursued by knights is chased through the crowds to a chorus of "Ho, the riding!" I mean, I do like nice hats and starch. Look in the tents. They seem more your level. Let's move to the weird Westerners. A lady in a jacket bodice with boned sleeves looks up at you and down. What do you think, Mildred? A murmur of assent runs through the crowd of starched and corseted ladies. A gentleman adjusts his moustache. Yes, you'll do. You spend the day with some of the self-described notables of Port Prosper. You eat roast chestnuts, sip glasses of Greyfields, all the way from old London, and even participate in a riding, charging through the narrow streets pursued by several braying fellows in a dragon. I think I just got like a nasty soul part. Wanting to be posh seems to be detrimental on one's soul in this game. Recruit the Clegg and Tuctor. Increase your hearts by 3, your irons by 1, and your affiliation by 3 to Academe. He shakes your hand firmly. It is like being grasped by an avalanche. I simply cannot thank you enough for the opportunity, Captain. And we'll write a port report. The factories continue to belch out smoke, while over the bridge, hopeful crowds gather outside the Admiral Nelson. Lovers can be seen strolling arm in arm along the promenade, at a respectable distance from their chaperones. There was a brief protest outside the Winwood Company factory, swiftly quelled. The scones at the Nelson... Scones at the Nelson were as good as ever, though the piquancy of the jam was less than might be desired. Okay. What the hell? Ooh! Ask directions to the Albion Transit Relay. I haven't seen this one before. Not far from Port Prosper lies the Albion Transit Relay. There, locomotives can secure passage to the far-off territories of Albion, where London lies. Ooh. Albion Transit Relay lies a long way to the east of New Winchester. Haven't I been a long way to the east? No, I haven't. A long way to the west. An unscrupulous captain? I'm just going to miss these words, I swear. They do it just to throw me. A captain gives you more precise information. I'm happy to help, Intendant. Oh, it was Intendant, sure, that's it. Happy to help. Looking at your chart, head clockwise from Port Prosper around the rim of the Reach, and you'll run into the relay. Passage ain't free, mind. You can travel first class if you have Ministerial Tamp permit, or if you can bring a couple of barrels of hours to travel second class. Okay. Well, that's a goal. Somewhere to look forward to, assuming I don't die. Offer transport to settlers. Why not? Explorers, adventurers, and pioneers gather here, freshly arrived from Albion, all awaiting transport further into the Reach. Why not? An opportunity. Wants to be taken to Traitor's Wood. I need to go there anyway to buy bronze wood, so that's good. What do you sell, Nason? Nelson's Emporium. He sells ours, I suppose. That's quite good. Need those to go to Albion, apparently. Sorry, I was just getting a drink. And, right. So. Hello. Do we need nectar? How much do we need? Just the one. Need one bronze wood, so that's... He has 3. Buy the one. Now all I need is bronze wood. Unless the other one was bronze wood. No, stained glass. They have sandwiched the plains between wooden boards and wrapped them in rags. Totally not stolen. Legitimate business. Okay, so now all I need to do is find Traitor's Wood. Bloody anywhere. It could literally be anywhere. I mean, last time it was here, so let's just work on the assumption that the map doesn't change that much. That's, oh, I've been leveled up. Okay, what do we want to improve? Our strength. It's not called strength in this game. Our irons is really high compared to everything else, so we might want to even it out a little bit. We could always do with more hearts. A lost love. Love, the gradual erosion of that which separates you from someone else. The fitting together of 2 lives as intricately and intimately as the threads of a tapestry, or the cells in your skin. And when one of those lives ends, what remains of the other? You loved, you lost, how badly does it hurt you now? Like a gnawing ache, a hole in the heart. You feel always that something is missing in the middle of other things. You look up and around and remember they will never be there. Sometimes the grief is raw, ravaging, a wolf howl in a midwinter's night. At other times it sullenly slinks, waiting for a reason, any reason, to lift its head and howl again. I'm going to go with that one. The sad they're not there anymore thing, rather than the I'm going to go mad and rip people's heads off. I was going to say I remember having more of these guys, but then I remembered they all died. Oops. I think we're breaking records right now. The longest I've been alive without dying. Yeah, it's been passive. I'm just going to ignore it. Right, so the goal is to try and find something. Because if we can get the bronze wood and the nectar, we get a load of sovereigns. I've got it silver. And we might be able to use that to go to Albion. I would love to go to Albion. Incoming. Oh god. Oh god, lots incoming. I'm going to have to do something a little bit shifty here. Oh dear. Ow! I spoke too soon about not dying, right? One down. Okay. Hey, more experience. A tiny bit. It's only a tiny little bit of experience. Kind of wish I could use them for something else, but like getting some supplies every time we kill one would be really good. So I may actually look into. Did I say perhaps not? Perhaps not. I don't need any of this. Okay, never mind. Perfectly fine. Send out that. See if we can find anything. Nope. Of course not. I also didn't find anything. That would have been far too useful. What's up here? Well, we can stop on the hybrids if we need. Oh, bloody hell. Ow. That was the wrong button. Oh, good God. Why is there so many of them? Have I wandered into a nest of these bastards or something? Oh. Wow. Remind me to repair the ship. I definitely need to repair the ship or I am going to die. I've wandered into a place in the wilderness that is a little bit more dangerous than I anticipated. There's a mining rod there. Cool, free stuff. Amiable munitions or something? Something like that. Let's just go straight forward, let's go Hybris and then I'll end the episode. Hopefully we will find something in between. Giant thing. What is that? I think we found those last time, didn't we? Let's just pop a bat. See if we can get anything around here. And sometimes they're really close together, and other times they're just miles and miles apart. I don't know what rhyme or reason the game engine does to decide where they are. Well, we definitely ain't found anything yet. Nope, nothing of interest. This game definitely has a charm to it that I can't quite describe. The writing in this game is top class. Absolutely amazing. And the setting is also very good. I mean, who would think of doing a game about locomotives in space? A little bit of a leap. I mean, not that I'm complaining or anything. It's a wonderful idea. A little bit of magic. Incredibly British setting. Found nothing. I think we made it all our way from Port Prosper to Hybris with finding absolutely bugger all. Great. Some weird sound effects going on right now that made me jump. It's the music, I think. Oh no! Not more of them. Oh, that was too... It's just one, I'm okay. Problem is the evasive buttons. This is going to sound really weird, but like, when you're rotating around, when you're facing down, they go a different way to when you're facing up, if that makes any sense. That probably makes no sense whatsoever. So if I'm facing this way, I press the button, it goes the way I think it's going to go. If I'm facing this way, it goes the opposite way to the way I think it's going to go. That's what I meant. Hey, free stuff. Hey, some crockery. Oh, hello. More free stuff. A little bit worrying. There's so much dead people around here. So much dead people. Oh, that was eloquent. Eloquent indeed. Why are there so many dead people around here? Well... almost there. I'm a little bit upset we didn't find anything interesting, but we did... Oh, I meant to hit cruise control, but I didn't. We did find a little bit of stuff to put in our hole. Make sure I don't sell that damn gourd like a moron. As soon as you've found all the places and know where all the stuff is that you can buy from like what area, I imagine this game becomes a lot more of chasing things down for quests rather than an exploration game, but we still have an entire area to explore, so And we still have half of this area to explore. Let's not get ahead of myself. Oof, I didn't like this place. I have a distinct distaste for mushrooms. Oh, I've gone around the wrong way. I'm just going to dock so it saves, and then I will end the episode there. Don't really know if we've achieved anything in this episode, but when do we ever achieve anything in any of my episodes? We just kind of... Uh-oh. Don't smash into the... Oh. Oh no. Go away. Leave me alone. Did that? So I swear that all of those missed. I am not docking with an enemy thing. Because last time that it did not go well. Right. We made it. Wait, oh god. Oh god, there's lots of them. Do I need to worry? It will be fine. I'm so paranoid right now. Last time I tried to do my outro speech with enemies in the port, I got blown up. Hang on. Hang on. Let's just deal with this situation. Let's not do something stupid. Ow. Don't want me to repair my ship? See, you can get in there. I just... No. This can shut up. Thanks for the money. Not money. Wish it was money. There we go. Right. Thank you. I have to focus there because the last thing I want to do is blow up. It makes me so sad when I blow up because I kind of just lose all progress and everything. Right. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Every little bit helps at the moment. This is probably the most popular series I do, so I'm going to keep going for a while. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to do. I'm always up for suggestions. But either way, I'll see you next time.